What couple games under your belt now? What was it like, kind of trying to look at process how it went and improve and look at film and stuff like that?
The games, they went well. Obviously, the second game we got to a slow start, but we finished strong, and we got to answer some questions on defense. But offensively, we're pretty much set, and we'll just take it from there.
Coach was saying maybe transition defense because you guys committed 20 turnovers in that game.
Yeah, most definitely. That was a big problem with the game.
The pace you guys are playing, how happy are you with it right now?
So I love the pace. We scored 100 both games, so it's a lot of shooting, a lot of scoring, a lot of running, and that fits my game.
You had said before the season that Coach wanted you to do a lot of talking out there. How do you feel like that process is done as far as being vocal with your teammates?
I don't feel like I can always be more vocal, but I think I'm doing a pretty good job.
Do you have to consciously remind yourself to do it, or is it something that comes naturally to you?
No, it's pretty much just natural for the most part.
In the second game, you guys struggled to shoot behind the arc. How gratifying was it to know that you guys could still get to 100 or surpass 100, not playing that particular style?
You're not going to shoot well every night, obviously, especially from three. Like I said, the way we play, the guys that we have, it's not that hard to get buckets. So we just go out there and just do what we do.
When those shots aren't falling, how do you change your game specifically?
I just go to the basket and start the free throw line. We shot a lot of free throws, I believe, and that was a big part of the win.
You're playing the opener that I've heard that it was on SportsCenter. Did that happen? The dunk from the opener, was that on SportsCenter?
Oh yeah.
Was that the first play you've ever had on SportsCenter, or did you have any high school?
I had my high school teammate Eli Scott. If you remember him, he was on there. But I think that was my first one. Yeah.
What did that feel like?
It was a good play, like I said before, and I'm happy it was on there.
What do you think about some of the ripple effects things like that could have, with better attendance maybe at the games and just a better atmosphere for you guys?
Like I said, whether there's one person in the stands or 1,000, we're going to play the same way. And obviously the more fans, the better. So if they want to come out and watch, we're going to have a show for them.
I mean, you're pretty closely removed from high school and the recruiting process and all that. How do you think recruits are now kind of looking at UCLA?
It's turning into a powerhouse, I think, especially on the West Coast. Being in LA, it's a great location. And as long as we keep winning, I think more people are going to be, attracted to it.
Because you all could be really good, right, but not be attractive in the way that you are if you're playing this fast pace and things that's pleasing to the eye, right?
Yeah, any young guy with a lot of talent probably going to want to come here because you have a lot of freedom. So it's just more reason for them to come.
You guys have a heck of a recruiting class piggybacking on your class. How is that exciting for you to see these 5 guys that are going to come in next season?
Very, very. I mean, anytime you have a lot of talent coming in this next year, it's going to be an awesome year this next year. But we're all just looking forward for these next couple games and this year. We're not really focusing on that far ahead. We're just trying to live in the here and now and get the win on Thursday against USD.
Coach mentioned that Ike obviously is close to returning. What is he going to bring to the court?
A lot. He's such a presence defensively that something that will help us a lot. He gets a lot of blocks, rebounds really well, and he's just a physical presence offensively and defensively as well. He's so strong and athletic that he can do a lot of things in the paint that many guys can't do. And with his wingspan at 7'5", he really impacts the game in a lot of ways.
How will that impact your role? Are you going to maybe stretch it out a little bit more, knowing that he can kind of contain the paint?
Definitely, and I think it even gives us another aspect of running because when he's in there, he can mop up a lot of those defensive rebounds and get it out quick, and we can even run a little bit more than we have, which is pretty crazy to think about. So.
How much do you think the recruiting momentum started with your class? Is it a snowball thing where, especially because the program didn't have a great year last year, but they had a good recruiting year, and now a good recruiting year again?
I think it may have something to do with that, but I think it just has to do with the program itself. There's so much history here, as everyone knows. And then the coaches. The coaches are great. They do a great job recruiting and just do a great job of selling the amazing program and amazing school here. So I think it's a little bit of everything.
Did you talk much with Jalen just about your experience here after you got here?
Definitely, yeah. Me and Jalen are pretty close. So I definitely talked to him about it, and he seems really excited to get up here, and we're really excited to have him up here. So.
How fun has it been for you to play in this up-tempo offense? And Go ahead.
It's great. No, yeah. Alonzo's a lot of fun to play with. He's really a great point guard, and guys like Aaron, Bryce, and Isaac too. They're incredible to play with. They really distribute the ball well. They're all great scorers. So we have a really great offense this year. It's incredible. We have so many guys that can score, and we still have Alex, Prince, and Ike that are hurt right now too. So we got some reinforcements coming in before too long. But yeah, no, it should be a great season for us. We do have a great offense, and yeah, like you're saying, the pushing does help us a ton. But if we can just get some work done on defense, then we'll put ourselves in a great position to have a great season.
You guys play like 8 games, 20 days. Not really a name opponent in there until you get to Kentucky. How do you kind of push through the not really dog days, but the slog of the early season?
I mean, it's still basketball. It's still 40 minutes, same ball, same court, just different opponent every time. And you shouldn't really worry about the name or the program or certain things like that. It's just about going out there, playing, learning, and getting better every day. So that's one thing we try to do. In every game.
With how fast you guys are running and how big you are, do you feel like it's something you have to make adjustment to in terms of physically or just on the court?
Not really, no. Yeah, I think it's great that we start to push it. Obviously, being 7 feet, I'm not as quick as Lonzo getting up and down the court.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it's just comes with conditioning, and over time, I'll probably adjust to it a little bit better because yeah, we do push the ball really well. But yeah, I think I've done fairly well so far at that. But it's one thing that I can definitely improve on as well.
How do you see your role changing when Ike comes back?
That's a great question. Yeah, I mean, he, like TT was saying before, he brings a presence. He's great defensively, and yeah, he's just physical down low. So yeah, it'll be great to have him back. So I think he'll make a big impact for us this season. I don't know how necessarily my role will change. I'm guessing that him and I would probably end up splitting minutes at the 5 spot most likely. But it'll be great to have him back in practice too, to go up against him, because he really is fun to go up against. And I think me playing against him gets me better, and him playing against me gets him better. So hopefully we can keep helping each other improve.
Right, there were about a dozen different lineup combinations that the coaches used in the first 2 games. How gratifying is it knowing that you guys can, keep it going when there are different guys on the floor?
I mean, it's great. Yeah, I think it just goes to show our versatility on offense. Like I was saying, we have so many guys that can score, so many guys that can just play basketball extremely well and have great IQs. So it just shows how versatile we can be and how many great lineups we can put on the floor that can be effective for us.
All right, thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
Thanks.